Well, the whole world's staring at us.
No, it only is Leilani, actually. My friend in Michigan, Leilani's like, can't you? I told her, I'm not doing it. She goes, just do it. No one else will see. I'm like, okay. It's like, now we're crooked. Hey, Leilani. Anyway, I go, if you're not on there, I'm going to click off. She goes, don't do that. I'm like, all right.
Tear that down.
Oh, that's right. I love you guys. Satnam.
Satnam, everybody.
Oh, happy new moon in Taurus. This is going to be really, really juicy because something's going to happen that has never happened since 1932. And that's because Uranus is in Taurus. So probably sometime tomorrow, because Uranus is at 3 degrees and it moves very slow. I think the new moon's about, I think it's still at 0 or 1. So, but tomorrow, it's going to hit on Uranus. And why does that even matter? It's because it's so unusual and because of what Uranus does. Uranus is about, it's about like the collective karma. It's about changing us and healing us in like a very surprising way. Unfortunately, sometimes when Uranus gets triggered, it can be like, it's been like, you know, big earthquakes and stuff. But with Taurus, it's more about our emotional body and carrying stuff around from our ancestors. So I want to talk a little bit about that before we start because, you know, as Irish as I am, I miss this little point in all my life. How this season that we're in right now with this new moon is Beltane, and Beltane is ruled by the moon. Like sometimes the movement of the wheel is, and sometimes it not. This is. And so in Ireland, they've been celebrating since Wednesday night and all the way through the weekend. In fact, Monday they have the day off because they're going to be so tired from celebrating Beltane. And even the word holiday means holy day. So this is giving us some extra heat right now. And Aries is also being activated right now through Venus and Mercury. So there's a lot of passion and desire. But one of the things is like to direct it towards ourselves. We're so interesting in America. Like we'll sit around watching porn, but we won't like be sensual with ourselves. It's so weird. You know, like, and that, oh, now let's feel ashamed. It's like, oh my God. No. So, you know, there is such a great, beautiful thing about being passionate and in love with yourself. And it takes practice because we've never seen it. We don't know what that looks like. And it just feels weird. And I want to tell you of this because when I think about it, we were coming into this Taurus feeling when I met him for the very first time. And I just made up my mind. I had a teacher and some guidance, but some of it was just delusional, you know, young girl in a bathtub kind of thing. But I was doing this thing where I just had this feeling I had to have a romantic love with the universe, with God. And I just was in it. And even before I met this beautiful man, people were saying to me, are you in love? And I'm just like, yes, with the universe. You know, I was like, I'm not fucking saying that. I'm not going to say that because they already think I'm weird, you know, an underwriter. I need a little bit of, you know, accountability here. So I did not say it, but I knew like something was really shifting in me. And what this shift is right now, if you ever read, I don't know if you know who Sheil is, Kundalini Sheil. She's a beautiful woman, and she always does a blog on the moons. And one of the things she said is, and this is so Taurus, is like, you're blooming now. Don't wait to think, oh, my consciousness is high, or I'm good enough. It's tonight. It's done. It's happening now. So part of this love affair that I want us to tap into then is going to be radical self-acceptance. Radical self-acceptance and self-love. It has to be there. I mean, you know, when we think about it, it's like that's the love that will love the world. You know, and like he and I were laughing because sometimes I get so weirded out in this yoga world, jealous and weird, and it's so fucking weird. But I know that it's happening. running because I need to deal with that part of me. It's like he's not doing anything to make me feel really insecure. So, you know, the universe is like, don't worry. I've got it. You're going to be a yoga teacher and you're going to feel like shit every day. It's like, oh my God. You know, it's like, oh my gosh. But, you know, I am like, this is only like 16 years into it, but I am determined to just change that and to really mean it when I'm praying in love for people and said, I hope they have prosperity. Really, really, really mean it, you know? And so that's my prayer now. It's like, God, you know, I'm just so full of shit. Please help me, please. So that's now my prayer. I'm full of shit. Please help me. And I think it's working. I really am starting to feel better. It's like, that's honest, and I'm moving forward. So I wanted to tell you guys one last thing, and then I'm going to let you talk. Oh, okay. So all this insanity, hopefully you have a little bit yourself so you don't feel totally burned out with me. So this healing with the moon, that is why we're doing the Kriya we're going to do. It's called Unloading the Unconscious Burden. And it's really interesting, very simple and very like hypnotic kind of a chant tonight. And we're going to do things where we like cover our ears so that the vibration is just inside of us. We are going to clean up the subconscious. And then do a sound healing, make some magic, and then we're going to end with this meditation called the Self-Blessing Guidance of Intuition. It's a very interesting ending meditation. One of the things with Yogi Bhajan is he says, if you cannot bless yourself, you will not be able to receive a blessing nor give a blessing. You have to be able to. So it kind of downloads that. And it also has a very interesting markup in it about that it's clearing the psychic energy. So psychic energy is different than intuition. And if you're a healer, I know a lot of you are, people want the psychic energy, you know. Yes, you are going to win the lotto, 459, you know. That's what they want, you know. And it's like if you don't get, or you're going to be in love next week, you know. It's like, oh my God. But the intuition is like beautiful. It is the big lessons. It isn't like fairy dust. It's like, you know, you're going to have to work for it. This is what's going on. But nobody likes that. It's like, you have to work for it. It's like, I'm never coming back to you. But, you know, it's interesting, you know, when I was younger, and I've told this story a few times, but it's worth mentioning. Tony is on baseball, and he has all these, you know, guys. And I don't know how, somehow, one of the ladies found out that I did these little sessions in my house. I didn't have a place or anything back then. So when he was gone on Saturday playing baseball, I fit somebody in. So I'm sitting there, and I keep getting this, like, download. Tell her her husband isn't cheating. I'm like, tell her, you know, I'm like, I am not leading in with that line. It's like, no. So, but she comes, and anybody who does it, it was so loud, there was no getting around it. I go, okay, I just have to tell you this because your guys really want you to know your husband is not cheating on you. And she's like, oh, and she breaks into tears. She's been like such a, you know, like following her around and doing all kinds of crazy shit. And she's like, and why should she believe some lady in Vista that, you know, but for her that was good enough and she believed. Later on, as the healing went on, what really came through is like this Taurus moon. It was like, it was all about self-love and self-acceptance. She just had such, you know, we all get there. Just hatred, self-hatred, like it was palatable, you know? And so when we started working on it, you know what? She was ready to hear it because somehow she thought the magic lady who knows I'm not, you know, my husband's not cheating, she'll listen to. But she'd probably been told that so many times, right? So one of the things with the big energy today is you're the guru. You're the healer. That's why I love, you know, our Kundalini teacher training and calling it that. The guru is you. You're going to do this practice, especially this first part of the Kriya, so you can hear the deepest part of who you are. You know, and one of the things I want you to do is like, don't be linear about it. Whatever comes up, don't make a story and make sense. Just let whatever it is just be there. You know, even if you're like, you know, dog whistle, like, what? That's all right. You know, just don't figure it out. Don't put it in a context. Just, all right. That is what my soul wants to know. I'm complete.
Wow. So there's a Kundalini yoga teacher that had some time today about to think about what she was going to do tonight. Here's a Kundalini yoga teacher that worked all day and got off the bus at like 6 saying, oh, I got to get to class. But yeah, so everything that you just said is just beautiful. I love it. I mean, that's amazing. It's always amazing to me that you say, that you use words like Beltane, and you think Anthony knows what it means. Yeah, I know that. Trust me, I know that. Do you know what it means?
Belting?
Yeah, or Beltane.
Beltane now.
Okay, there you go. Does anyone know?
Yes.
Okay. So very few know.
Right.
But you're talking like everyone knows.
No, I don't know.
What does it mean?
It is
Because we did it.
Okay, so yes, I made him do like a jump over the stick and recommit to me.
On Monday
No,
night?
on Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night, okay.
Yeah, it's already so long. No, was it Thursday?
Wednesday.
No, Wednesday night. You're
Wednesday,
right, that's
yes.
right. Because I had to leave. I had to get out of here. I gotta go. Bye, everybody. I gotta jump a stick. So, what it really comes from is the pagan Celtic beliefs in Ireland. And there's 8 different holidays that move around, just like the sun. But instead of having 12 signs, it's 8 energies. And this one in particular, Beltane, is a lot like Samhain in that it is Samhain's halfway to winter solstice. We are halfway to summer solstice. So this is a time where this new moon in Taurus, what you plant, what you concentrate on, it's not like this long fruition. It's summertime. It's coming. It's going to happen in summertime. It's going to be healing you and deliver you then. And I am Irish. I've always been, but it's like more of a soul thing. Like even when I was a little girl, I would just attract things that would make sense of this. Like one of my favorite movies is Camelot, and the whole beginning scene is Beltane. And so it is interesting how I forget the name of this part of our brain. Sheila was saying it, but we're going to talk about it as we do the healing. But it's just above the reptilian brain, and it basically is when you say red cars always have accidents, all it sees is red cars now, right? Mm-hmm. So at some point in my evolution, I started identifying myself as an Irish person, and I want to be a little goddess, and I want to see the Celtic shit, and it just kept coming. It would come and come and come, like that's all I know. So we interlock with each other, and you have something like that. You have several things like that that started when you were and it's interesting that he brought that up to even bring that into this conversation, because that's a big part of what's going on tonight, is your ancestors and their influence on you, your DNA, the little girl and boy you were, the things you watched, the things you decided to believe about you at the very beginning of this lifetime. This is the kind of night when you're, especially the Kriya we're going to do, where you can literally, this is what I love about Kundalini, is it's not spiritual, even though, it really seems like, it's really energetic. It's, this Kriya is like going to rattle your subconscious. And if you're lucky, there's been times when I did a lot of Kundalini. That's where I really encourage you to do immersions and whatever, because you got to give yourself time to really be willing to let go, right? Mm-hmm. But I distinctly remember that one time we were with Hardy Jivan in that park, and we'd been with this teacher for like 3 or 4 days, and we're chanting this chant, and all of a sudden, I literally felt like a part of my head go, and I'm like, bye, see you later, and it's energetic. So we do the work, we talk about what's hurting, we do the journaling, but at some point, it's going to have to be energy. Our energy actually has to change. And the great news about this Aquarian age and the awakening of humanity is that part of our system as humans is getting more and more powerful and palatable. So it's going to work better, we're going to know more about it, and we're going to have ease and grace. Yogi Bhajan was really interesting about psychiatry. He did not like it. And his point was this. He just felt that so many psychologists and psychiatrists did not have the spiritual light to go into someone's mind. He goes, I think it's useful, but you have to have a tremendous guide that's going to walk into the darkness with you if they're going to walk you back out of it. And what he was saying, especially in the 80s, is people were just talking about their pain and just come in next week and talk about it again. And nothing was changing. So that's when he created the rebirthing kriyas and started going, okay, We're going to do something. You love those rebirth and creates, don't you, Roseanne? They're like torture. But they're really good. You want to tune us in?
Do I get to say something?
Yeah, you can say something.
So I left the house today and I forgot my coffee.
Uh-oh.
And now I know what happened to it.
I didn't turn it in. Oh, no, I didn't.
Just kidding. Yeah. So in a nutshell, isn't it amazing? I live with this woman. So I mean, I get to learn as much as I want to know with her. Seriously. Because she, like, I've seen Camelot many times because she makes me watch it. Not because I like it, but I actually can appreciate it. And I've never seen Beltane when I watch Camelot. I didn't even know it was in there.
Yeah.
So you see,
I'll
see
show
things.
you. Yeah. It's when they're frolicking and she meets Lancelot. No worries, I'll show you. We're going to watch it tonight. No, just kidding.
And I always didn't know all this Irish in you. I always thought you were German.
German-Irish, 50-50.
German-Irish, okay.
I just negate the other part. I'm just kidding.
So every time we come into an environment like this, we take kind of what's given to us. You know, the beautiful thing about a Taurus is it's a fixed sign and it's an earth sign. So it's really down to reality. It's like the most simplest thing to understand. It's also beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's got Venus connections, you know. So it's really like this opportunity tonight that we're here. So for me personally, it's like but the thing about Taurus too is, as defined, it will also, because it's an earth sign, it'll also knock you upside of your head if you're not like paying attention. You know, for me, I was driving down the road today on my way to a job, and I've got this app on my phone called Voxer. Some of you know what it is, right? It's actually pretty cool. So it's like a walkie-talkie thing, you know, and I got my guy out there and we're working and like, hey, where you at now? Oh, I'm over, you know, it's kind of cool because you don't have to say comma, exclamation point, you know, you just talk and it just goes right to the person. It's actually really cool. But for some reason, my app like unloaded this main character in my life today that I depend on through this Voxer thing, and I became obsessed with it. So I'm getting back to Taurus now because Taurus is a fixed sign. So in fixed signs and fixed energies, you want to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, but you can go too deep and you can get lost, right? So what happened with me today? So I've got this Voxer thing, and I'm driving, you know, I'm on the freeway, and it's down here, and I'm so obsessed with what happened to this guy's contact, and his name is Kiki Enrique Anthony Ramos, and I'm thinking like, okay, if I search, I'll find him, right? But I'm driving. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see it anyways. I don't even know if I type. Yeah, no, it's horrible. This is horrible. So I'm just giving an example. When you're in a Taurus kind of vibration, if you are going down a path and you're not on a good path, because it's a fixed sign, you can really get lost. But at the same time, things will happen. So what happened with me was I'm driving down the road, and I look in front of me. I'm going about 45 miles an hour. I just got from the 78 onto the 5 South. And I see this black raven, kind of like this bird's like flying up, and I'm driving, and all of a sudden I'm getting closer and closer, and this raven comes and just smashes into my window. And it was really an intense, like it really hit my truck. It really hit it, like to the point where I thought maybe the glass was going to shatter or something, which it didn't. But it was a sign. It's like, if you continue to think about this Voxer thing,
and ravens are a sign of death,
you could die.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was that powerful of a thing.
Sacrificed your life for him.
Another sign. Last night we're sitting there on the couch, and we had the last episode of House of Cards to watch, which is like the darkest show you could ever imagine. When I watch it, has anyone ever seen it? House of Cards. as I'm watching it, I'm always pointing out to her, like, look, there's no light in the show. Like, nobody's light. Everybody's dark. Every character, everything that comes out of everyone's mouth, it's about being in a White House and all that stuff that just goes on there. And I'm just blown away at how dark this show is. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there and I've got a pint of ice cream, and I've got chocolate chip cookies, and I've got a couple of these candies from the night before, and they're all like on this little tray. And I was like, I got them on a tray in front of the two of us so we can share them, right? But my compulsiveness kicked in, you know, I like was really hungry, and we're not eating burritos at night, we're splitting our burritos to like cut back.
At least they're vegetarian burritos.
Yes, they are vegetarian
and they're only
burritos.
half, so we're still keeping the gluten in.
You eat ice cream, so you're fine.
Stacy would love this though. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't tell Stacy.
So I noticed that, you know, it's sitting there, and she's not really, she's a lot better than me that way, you know. She can like take one little chocolate and have a couple bites and like set it back on the thing, you know, where to me, it's like until all of that is gone and my heart is racing and I've got sweat on my brows, I'm not going to stop, right?
This is why we teach together, so I can find out what the hell's wrong. Oh my God! Okay, you need to wrap it up. We need to do yoga.
Yeah,
I'm getting heart
let's do some yoga. I am too.
All right, let's do it.
Let's tune in.
Let's heal ourselves. Thank you, Jesus. Come on.
The moral of the story is the energy in Taurus right now is all about being steadfast and steady and knowing what to do and how to do it and be practical about it.
And radical self-acceptance.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Mwah.
All right, spread the fingers, thumbs to the sternum, elbows out, chin drops slightly, eyes closed gently. Take a deep inhale. And just exhale out. Let's do that again. Inhale deep. Exhale mouth. Let's go one more time. A little deeper inhale. Slight hold at the top. Stomach comes in slightly. Eyes closed gently. Exhale out the mouth. Just let go. Inhale to tune in. Exhale. Let's inhale for protection. exhale. Let your hands come down, rest on your knees. Gently touch your thumb and forefinger. Keep your eyes closed gently. And just let whatever wave you've been on today, just cruise on it. Just let it, just allow its energy to guide you. No expectations. No judgment, no right or wrong, and no good or bad. Just you on that wave. Just living your life. Just knowing your truth.
Take a deep inhale. And sigh. Take your hands over your head. Curl your fingers into the top of your head. I mean at the top of your hands. Put the thumbs pointing towards the universe. Let the shoulders slip down your back. Gently bring the back of your shoulder blades slightly toward each other, pressing the heart slightly forward. Tuck the chin, elongate the neck. Gaze into the third eye. Begin a breath of fire. Inhale and exhale out the nose. Inhale and exhale out the nose. So you want to get to that place where you feel like you could do the breath of fire forever. It's not heavy, it's light. So it's just enough to keep you from getting lightheaded, and it's not too big that you're getting too much. Keep up. So really breathe into that Heavenly Father energy with the Taurus. Letting that real soul energy plod along like a big bull in your life. Plodding along, going over the fields, one step at a time. Feeling earth below your sit bones. Loving Gaia tonight. The first part of May, it's going to go really slow. This new moon is about receiving, asking the desire and blessing to find you. No reaching out, no pushing up the stream. Just open your heart and let it flood in. Keep up. Doing good. 30 more seconds. Inhale deep. Squeeze the root. Bring in the navel. Tuck the chin. Hold it. Suspend the breath. Feel the light surging up the chakras. Gaze into the third eye. Bring the thumb together. Keep the breath in. Reach the fingers towards the heavens. Awesome. Exhale. Comb the earth field. Bring your fingertips to Gaia. Feel your fingers on the mother, your sit bones on the mama. Feel your skin and your crown chakra reaching towards the heavens, the Heavenly Father. Feel the beauty of their energy in your life. Everything you touch, everything you you feel, everything you taste came from her. Came from the light of his warmth, guiding you on, sparking your soul inside. You are a magical child. This is the Aquarian age. This is the new Holy Trinity. You are the one you've been waiting for. You're the one I'm waiting for. We're here now. Radical, radical self-acceptance. Love the one you're with. Take a deep breath. Audible sigh.
Roll over the knees, come to tabletop. Let's do some cat-cows.
Inhale, exhale. In Kundalini, we do it at a rapid pace, but age appropriate. You don't want to hurt yourself. My teacher started saying that, so I'm so into it. What does that mean? Like, am I the right age? I can slow down? I don't know. So inhale, sat, exhale, nam. Sat, nam. You're doing great. Of this, you're already almost to a minute, you're doing great. Way to go, Bernie. Love that spine, love this moment. We're all here together. This is very special and beautiful. 30 more seconds. Sat Nam, Sat Nam.
Inhale deep, head comes up and back. Tip of the tongue presses, be as still as you can. Belly button being pulled to the earth by gravity. Exhale slowly as you round, press the center of your back as high as it'll go. Bring your navel into your spinal cord, chin to your chest. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, go back onto your heels, bring your forehead to the earth, and bring your palms together like a prayer out in front of you. Just sit in that prayer. It's like just honoring what a beautiful practice this is.
Connecting your third eye, the light of your intuition. This is about igniting our intuition tonight. Feel it pressing into Gaia. Connecting to Earth. Taurus is all about the Earth. Taurus's symbol is the tree of life. It's about that part of you that has been around forever. See if you could take one of your concerns or something that's really been bothering you and let it be taken by Mama tonight. And in tune to that part of you that has been here forever. This is not the first time you've had this fear. This is not the first time you've had that challenge. You've got this. Patience pays. deep understanding for self tonight.
Go ahead and sit up onto your knees, onto your heels in rock pose. We'll do some spinal twists.
Go scoot your way.
Scoot your way. I love all these bowls up here. We have so much room to practice. All right, so the fingertips come to the shoulders and the elbows out 90 degrees. Such a metaphysical reality.
Yes, honey bun.
All right, so we inhale left, exhale right.
We could have a real bull in a china cabinet thing, huh? It could go badly if you keep being mean to my bowls. They might fall off. They love you, honey. These girls. Breathe. Twist. Keep that mantra going. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Sat Nam means that changeless, deepest truth. You want that to be chanted in your mind so that your mind is staying clear. Don't let it wander. Don't let it have its way tonight. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. You're doing great. So we're going to be using Had, Hare, Hari a lot. These aspects of the God consciousness and Govinde. Govinde really goes with Taurus. Govinde means sustainer. What sustains you? If you feel like you need more stability and sustainability, pull it in right now in that Satnam. Twist out your negativity. Twist out the fear tonight. Make space for this Kriya we're going to do.
Come to center, inhale deep. Squeeze move on, sex organs. Tip of the tongue presses upper palate. Eye gazing, projecting, spiritual eye. Exhale, release. Hands come down, palms on top of the thighs. Eyes closed gently, just take a moment. Every time you come back, just really acknowledge and recognize where you're coming back and what you're coming back to. Coming back to something that is always longing to be connected to you at all times. Every moment. Keep your eyes closed. Inhale your shoulders to the ears. Exhale, drop. Inhale deep, shoulders come up, tip of the tongue presses, squeeze move on, sex organs, eyes projecting. Exhale, release. Lean forward, fingertips, cross your ankles behind you, come back to seated. Grab your ankles or your shins and really move your spine here as you inhale forward, exhale back. Belly button is projecting out on the inhale and pulling in on the exhale. Very, very active.
Flexing the spine, flexing the heart. Govinda, Govinda. Breathing into your angels and your ancestry. Breathing breathing into the wisdom behind the veil. Maybe there's a nugget tonight, some wisdom that can sustain you, that can to take you to the next level, that can heal something huge tonight. With Uranus in Taurus too, it's like shoot for the moon, because that big planet is surprising. It's gonna get all the way out of the box with Taurus, which is so kind of un-Taurus-like. But it's gonna have that out-of-the-box experience. It's gonna give you more beauty, more pleasure, more certainty. Stay with it, keep up.
Inhale deep. Shoulder blades come back, squeezing together. Heart is lifted and open. Chin is dropped slightly. Squeeze, move on, sex organs. Tip of the tongue presses. Eye gaze projects. And exhale, release. And relax. So you say that age-appropriate thing to somebody my age, like with an ego, and they get like all offended. Oh, what do you mean? Like, I can't go fast? No, that's not what we mean.
Frogs, you gotta stand.
All right, let's do some froggies, because the Kriya is all about sitting. So come to the balls of your feet and balance on the balls of your feet, fingertips to the earth. And your feet are about a 45-degree angle, maybe even more towards 90 a little bit, because this helps you keep the heels off the earth as you press up. So we'll start here in Sat, we'll press up into Nam. Sat, 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 Nam. Last one. Sat, Nam. Now stay in the forward fold. Let your head drop, shoulders drop. Release, relax, let go. Gently roll yourself up. And when you stand up, take your shoulders and roll your shoulders back, around in a circle, backward circle. Slightly micro bend your knees as you do this. Feel the energy come up to the navel point. Now reverse, go forward with the shoulders all the way around. Stand up nice and tall, relax the shoulders, have the palms facing out, and drop your chin down to your chest. Allow your right ear to go over towards the right shoulder and slowly make a rotation clockwise. Try to keep your eyes closed. Once again, micro bend those knees, give yourself more support, more stability, more confidence. Just really get to the truth of there's no better place that you could have been tonight for the evolution that you chose in this lifetime. There was nothing else that you could have chose to do that would have helped you and guide you like this evening will be. When your chin gets to your chest, go ahead and slowly reverse that circle, left ear to left shoulder, and back around. Next time your chin comes to your chest, allow yourself to stand up nice and tall. Take your jaw, move your jaw around and your tongue. Squeeze your fists. In and out. Just release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Roll your wrists while squeezing a fist. Reverse that circle. Inhale your arms up. Let your eyes look up as your palms press. Now exhale, comb that auric field all the way around. Chin comes to your chest, that completes the exhale. Inhale up. Micro bend the knees, feel the legs being strong. Exhale, comb it. Feel how solid and stable you are right now. Inhale up. Feel that Taurus energy, like a rock. Exhale, comb it. Connected to the core of the earth. Inhale up. Exhale, comb it. One more time, inhale up. This time, press your palms, keep your palms pressed. Exhale down to your heart center. Close your eyes gently. Feel how easy and uncomplicated this energy of Taurus is. Feel how beautiful and stable this energy is tonight. How easy. Gently bring your thumbs to the spiritual eye center. See yourself in that spiritual eye center. See yourself to the best of your ability in detail, standing here on this mat this evening. And release the posture. Ready?
I think we should do stretch pose and then walk up.
You heard she said that, not me.
Because you're going to be sitting a lot. You want to have this activation. So get in your back.
I'll demonstrate.
And then you get to have a little rest. And then we're going to, because it will be a long crib, a long chant. All right, so.
Actually, we're going to do two things. We're going to do something before we go into stretch pose. So bend your knees, hug your knees to your chest. Don't cross your ankles. Bring your nose towards your knees. Touch the knees if you can. Breath of fire, begin.
This pose is super good for clearing karma as well as the toxicity from dense thoughts and food. So do it with love. Feel like it is cleaning you inside, unhooking the karmic ties, redirecting the DNA to come into its highest, cleanest, brightest state. Keep up. Doing so good.
Inhale deep. Exhale, release. Bring your limbs all the way down. Relax your arms along your sides, palms facing up. Every time you exhale, allow your belly to just come all the way in towards the spine a little bit. And every time you do that, your legs and your arms, your shoulder blades, the back of your head, completely relaxed. allowing all the cells to regenerate themselves with lots of oxygen. Relax. They can't do that when the body is stressed. So we store up this oxygen while being completely relaxed. So as we go into the next posture, we have lots of fuel. So the arms along your sides, face the palms towards your thighs or towards your legs. Have the elbows locked. Raise the arms about 6 inches. And as you do, I want you to feel the energy from the shoulders on down through the arms, through the fingertips, pointing towards your toes. Inhale the breath. So the belly rises. Now on the exhale, pull the navel all the way into your spinal cord. Back of your head, shoulder blades still relaxed, but your arms are locked. Inhale again, belly rises. Exhale, bring the navel all the way into the spinal cord. One more time, inhale deep. Exhale, belly button all the way in. Now hold the breath out. Bring your chin to your chest. Heels together, point your toes, raise 6 inches. Inhale deep. Breath of fire begin. Inhale deep. Exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Hands on the top of your knees and just gently roll your knees around in a circle. Relax the back of your head, shoulder blades. And then reverse the circle. Now with the left leg bent, take the right ankle up across on top of the left thigh. Reach through and grab the back of your left leg. Flex your right foot and try to flex your right calf. And then inhale deep. And as you exhale, act like the bottom of your left foot is against a wall and you're just pressing against that wall just a little bit. Your right elbow slightly pushing the right thigh away. Inhale deep. Exhale, push it out a little bit more. Keep the foot flexed, calf flexed. One more time. Inhale deep. Exhale, push it out a little bit more. And then release that posture. Go to the right leg bent, left ankle comes up and over. Reach through, thread the needle, grab the back of the right leg. Flex the left foot and the left calf. Inhale deep. Exhale. Use the left elbow to gently press on that left thigh. Inhale deep. Exhale. Push again. Release a little more. One more time. Inhale deep. Exhale out slow. Keep the left foot flexed, flexing the calf. Push it a little farther, and then release. Bring your knees to your chest, and inhale forward. Exhale back on your spinal cord a few times, and then bring yourself to seated.
So we're going to work now on our subconscious, unloading the subconscious. We're going to use this mantra, hummy hum, drum hum. So you can hear there's a lot of M, right? Hummy hum, rum hum. And you want to get that humming going. We're going to do it for a while, so your lips will really start to kind of feel tickly a little bit, because you're really getting your whole face even into it. So let's even talk about that. You know, Yogi Bhajan said Kundalini yoga is not polite. You know, it's like you could sit forever or you could do Kundalini yoga. That's why he said it was faster. Now, he's not. Russell Brown has kind of made a really faux pas about that, because he's like, Kundalini is the crack cocaine of yoga. It's like, well, that's a good advertisement. Like, who wants to do crack? Whatever. I think he thought it was amusing. But the point was, it is fast, is what it is. And with this particular, you know, you want to, like, no one can see you. We're going to dim the lights. I really want you hummy hum, rum hum, really move your face. There isn't a lot of tongue. Sometimes, you know, with had, you're going to be hitting. The second part is going to be had, hade, hadi. And I'm going to go over this. Those are the two mantras. And then Satanama. So they're very easy. And I want you to hear what Yogi Bhajan says. He says, having this human bodysuit receives millions of sensory inputs every second. And we process or experience a very tiny fraction of these signals, taking them first through the unconscious, then the instinctual, then the subconscious mind, to the conscious mind. The journey of sensory input from the brainstem to the cerebellum, and hopefully to the frontal lobe cortex, is the journey of living a life from impulsive and reactive to intuitive and with ease. This state Yogi Bhajan called the sensory human. So as we do this work today, what we're trying to get ourselves to do is to let go of the knee-jerk reaction, to do a deep healing in the center of the mind, so that we start to come to that front of our mind, you know, to the front. When you see those dolphins, you look at those big heads, you know, and if you've never swam with them, oh my God, and you know they're wild, and they're so loving. So the point is, so they don't have like big chests, they didn't get a bigger heart, they got a bigger mind. The mind in some of the spiritual practices is sort of thrown out, like no mind, no ego. You're never going to have no mind or no ego. And you're not supposed to. That's what it made me fall in love with this practice, is that in my best case scenario, my soul is going to make this energy and this work I'm doing so appealing that my mind's going to go, huh. You know, she seems to be doing good when we do this shit. I love to look good, so I'm gonna do it, you know? So that's like, we wanna convince the mind to, like, this is a good idea. So, and within it, because we are going to, is it the right hand or which one is it? Because tell them about the posture, because we're gonna be here for a while. He's gonna explain it, so I want you to be ready. Oh, my shoulder hurts. Oh my God. How long are we going to go? Hummy hum, bro. You know, a long time. You know, it takes what it takes. I'm doing it too. I've got a lot of stuff going on, you can see. I'm going to do a little brainwash tonight. By my choice. Yeah.
So sometimes you just got to check yourself in life. You know, I guess that's why we did knees to chest and nose to knees and stretch pose. You know, sometimes you gotta, if you don't put yourself in a situation that's gonna really get your attention, you end up just going along and avoiding all of those kind of situations, thinking that you're checking yourself, but you're not checking yourself. You're like gone. You're in robot land, right? And that could go on for, you know, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, and decades. So it's like, you know, after working all day today, you know, coming in, and if you would have told me like, oh my God, we're going to be, you know, I would have resisted like the plague. But the reality is, as soon as we were done doing Ego Eradicator, my soul, I was all in. Like, you got me, right? Just that one breath of fire with that exhale breath, and all of a sudden, it's like I'm on that wave now, and I'm not only on the wave, it's like I'm in the wave. You know, it's like I'm not on the wave wondering like which way I'm going to go and how I'm going to balance the board. No, I'm like, I'm just flowing now. But I had to get myself to that point. And my normal part of me would have never probably offered up to do that. My normal part would have thought, oh, night off tonight.
More ice cream?
Well, more ice cream, but also on, what's that show we watch?
It's over, thank God. House of Cards.
No, that's over, but we're still watching,
oh no, Gypsy.
No, Billions.
Camelot.
Billions. Camelot, exactly.
Camelot, there you go.
Camelot. You better get to
You be quiet, Anthony. All right, so the left palm goes against the left ear, pressing so hard that it blocks sound from the outside.
So you want that like hollow part, like the fingers are going back and you're really getting a little suction going, okay?
The right elbow is bent and the right forearm points upward. The palm faces forward, the fingers are slightly spread. The eyes are focused on the tip of the nose. Chant along with hummy hum drum hum. Using the tip of the tongue and without moving the lips very much. Listen to the sounds you are chanting as you hear them within your own head. Wow,
Can you turn the lights off?
trippy
Thanks,
land
Lisa.
tonight.
Okay, here we go. Looking at the tip of your nose. Rum hum, hummy hum, 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 rum hum, hummy
Amiham Brahmam, 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 Amiham Brahmam,
Ali.
Amiham Brahmam, 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 Amiham Brahmam. Now inhale deep, deep, hold, tense all the muscles of the body. Tense, tense, tense. Exhale like a cannon. Inhale deep, deep, deep. Hold, tense everything. Cannon breath. Last time. Inhale deep, deep, deep. Stretch. Hold, squeeze. Exhale. Now stretch out your arms and loosen up your elbows from that. And now just allow yourselves to relax for like a couple minutes. Just relax. Just take it in. Just be exactly where you're supposed to be. Exactly how you're supposed to be. Exactly who you're supposed to be. Yogi Bhajan said, if a person is intuitive, he'll live his day in preparation for tomorrow. If a person is not intuitive, he has to deal with life as it comes. This exquisite set clears the subconscious chatter that prevents you from using your sensitivity to know what is and what to do. It subdues the noise, extends your sensitivity, and then opens up your receptivity to the infinite.
When we are gazing at the tip of our nose, it's called the personality polisher. actually is an intensified version of looking in the center of the forehead. Just feel this night, maybe polishing off a rough edge. And do it with so much self-love tonight, so much unconditional love and radical self-acceptance.
So in the next exercise, we're going to use the hands to cover both of our ears tightly. And if the lock should become unbearable at any time during the exercise, release the hands immediately. Chant Had Hare Hare with the tip of your tongue and using the power of your navel.
Had Hare Hare.
At the time of earthquakes, calamities, and accidents, the radiant body gives a warning message at a very mild frequency. These messages may be experienced as a fatigue, feeling of anxiety. This exercise will develop your capacity to understand these messages clearly.
So I want to talk about a little brass tacks. It's not going to be nearly as long. But when you're doing it, instead of letting yourself sink low, go higher, go up, and you can do it. And also, you're getting that hollow part, grab your head, hang on to your head, so that it's not all arm strength, right? You're gripping onto your head. What he's talking about, though, as you want to really squish your ear, you're really going to go into the vibration of this mantra in your head. So it's not from the physicality being too hard, it might like kind of trip your little ears and head out, then release a little bit. I also, when you're doing it, so these fleshy parts are getting like worked, remember the muscles is where all of our excess fear and the muscles and fat, that's, so some of it is not just, oh, it hurts. It's like, oh, it's working. So just go to your edge, like sharp pain, put your hands down. Dull pain, stay with it. Something's happening. But total self-acceptance. All right, so we're going to listen to a couple rounds of the mantra because we're going to not be able to hear once we start. So we're going to listen to it, we'll start, then we'll get into position, and then we'll turn the clock, okay? So let's hear this beautiful mantra.
Hade, Hade, Had, 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 Hade, Hade. Now inhale deep, deep, deep. Hold the breath. Hold that posture. Keep blocking your ears. Exhale like a cannon. Inhale again. Hold the breath. Hold the posture. Exhale. Last time. Inhale deep, deep. Longer this time. Inhale, hold. Hold. Keep holding. Tighten every muscle in your body. Tighten. Squeeze. Cannon breath. Release. Relax. Great job. Now just relax. Now you're going to pat the air rapidly as if you are playing the drums. The hands move alternately and very quickly. It's only 1 minute. The whole upper body participates. There may be pain in the fingertips as the body adjusts. Begin. We're halfway, faster. Your whole body should move. You can't sit still when you're doing this right. Fingertips are stiff. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. All right, release the posture. Now cover your face with your palms and meditate in absolute stillness.
The hands are touching the face, cover the eyes.
Whoever can master the stillness can get all the knowledge of this universe. Now inhale your breath and reach your arms upward over your head, stretching your spine. Exhale. Inhale again and twist to left side and to right side. Arms up over your head. Exhale. Inhale and stretch forward so that your head and arms stretch out along the ground. Exhale and relax in this posture, and then slowly allow yourself to come back. This set of exercises will unload the unconscious into the subconscious. This will create a breathing space for you in your life. fingers and your toes. And your wrists and your ankles, and go ahead and stretch your arms out over your head. Bend your knees up and hug your knees to your chest. Hold the left knee in, release the right leg out, inhale deep and exhale on over into Kundalini cat stretch. Nice deep breaths. Gently come back to center and switch the legs out. Roll on over. Gently come back to center. Take both knees to your chest once again. Take a deep inhale breath, and as you do, bring your nose to your knees. And just hold the breath momentarily. Don't cross your ankles. Revitalize, recharge, regenerate, recalculate. Exhale that breath and rub the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands together at the same time. And bring your hands to your knees and inhale forward on your spine and exhale backwards a few times. And bring yourself all the way back to seated posture. Sukhasana, easy pose.
So we're going to now do the meditation for self-blessing, guidance for intuition. So the posture is going to be like this. And we're going to be breathing, God bless you, to the rhythm of the mantra, and Tony will guide you through that. But when we're doing this and doing this breath, what we're going to do is increase the energy in the arc line and the aura. And by doing this, we're going to really stimulate the pineal and the pituitary gland. And this is what's going to, there'll be some, we'll go through some stuff with our body. If we could press into calmness and start to really feel the breath and the radiance, we get it. The truest point of intuition is neutral, right? So neutral is what manifests everything. We manifest a lot of things with positive and negative, but the sweet spot is that neutral calm, knowing that, I put the request into God, now thy will be done. Really, so illuminating the crown tonight, knowing that there is a power greater than all of us that is watching over us and harmonizing with the light inside of us, right? I love to think of this universe loving me so much that it put some of the sun inside of me to guide me home. And so this Kriya really kind of illuminates that. And I want you to hear what he says about the difference in intuition and what this blessing is. Intuition corrects the often mistaken judgments from psychic realms. Most psychics read fragments of subconscious. They use these pieces of psyche for their own purposes. This meditation gives you the blessing to be still and to discriminate the real from the unreal, the dharmic from the karmic, the fantasy from creative imagination. It gives you guidance and relentless dedication to your vision. So it's like this dance tonight between, like magical fairies and hugging a tree and having your feet on the earth, back and forth. And only you guide yourself to that place where it's the perfect balance. That's where your sweet spot is.
So as you listen to this mantra playing, it's going to dictate the rhythm of the breath. So it goes like this. So there's 8 equal inhale breaths going on there, and then it'll be exhaling. Then we hold out for 8.
And it's sa-ta-nama, right? But we're doing 2 breaths each syllable. So sa, ta, but it's setting the rhythm so you can just get into the zone. Just go there.
So example one more time. So as it's going through, so this will represent an inhale breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 8 inhales, 8 exhales, and with the same cadence and rhythm, 8 holding out of the breath, and then immediately right back in. And the mantra will dictate your breath to you. It's pretty easy to follow.
And it's not saying an eye gaze, and that's, you know, a lot of Kriyas don't, so it's dealer's choice. You can close your eyes and just have neutral eyes or gaze into the forehead, okay?
Well, what's the posture?
The posture is like little kind of claws, a little bit like that, right here.
Yeah.
So let's assume the position.
There's no navel pumping.
There's no navel
Nope.
pumping, just the breathing. In fact, we're going to start at the beginning. Let's breathe. Feel yourself blessing yourself and illuminating the truth that is living inside of you. This perfect love that's been created for you, just for you, to guide you on tonight.
So we're going to start the first set of inhale breaths as you hear the mantra. Last minute. Inhale deep. Hold yourself, lock yourself into that posture. Squeeze everything, fingertips, everything, biceps, triceps, navel's in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold posture, exhale, mouth. Inhale deep, deep, deep. Squeeze. You got to squeeze tight everything. Hold posture, exhale, mouth. Last time, inhale deep, deep, deep. Got to squeeze, lion paw, fingertips, gripping, 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 squeezing. Exhale, release. Relax. This Kundalini yoga that we practice is pretty amazing. Definitely not the same person I was when I came in here tonight. Maybe you're not either. Oh yeah, she says thank God. She's being very feisty tonight.
I know. I don't know.
I'm a visual person, so when we were reading about the Kriya and all the unconscious thoughts being dumped into the subconscious thoughts, I thought about what that might be like in my own universe, in my own mind. And one thing that came to my mind was, is anyone watching Game of Thrones? Every time that beautiful dragon breathes that fire, and all the little people that get burnt are like all little thoughts that keep pestering at me, right? So that's one visual I got. The other one was this cowboy just riding into town with his lasso, and he's just reaching out and just lassoing these negative thoughts and patterns and loops that keep coming in our heads. So that's what happens when that unconscious part of our mind is it's perfect. It knows exactly what we need, when we need it, how we need it, why we need it. It's just perfect. So we did that tonight. Good job.
Mm-hmm. Bring your hands into a prayer. Do you want to sing it? You want Sonatum?
Do you guys want me or Sonatum?
Let's take Sonatum.
Yeah. Kind of a no-brainer.
This is so sweet. Sing from your heart. Feel the healing you just went through. And just love the one you're with. Love this moment. Feel the blessing of the Taurus moon.
Beautiful Taurus moon. Beautiful like you. spiritualize. Satnam.
Satnam. Peace to all, love to all, light to all. Have a blessed night.
Yeah, thanks for coming to GDF with us tonight.
So
Oh, you're running out of battery there on your phone.
red alert, red alert. You don't have energy.
Ah.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I
just
do.
did a homie home.
Ah, that's an understatement for you tonight, man.
I don't know, man. I'm just like.
Fire.
I didn't even take a nap. I'm probably gonna go pass out when I get home.